what does it mean to be whole? There's so many different ways to experience it, and it's not something that can be intellectualized or conceptualized, or I can't give you a how-to. Nobody can, for that matter. But what we can do is create a space to explore it and explore your relationship with what wholeness means for you right now. And often the most divine, pristine moment to explore wholeness is when things in our life start to go wrong. This is a moment to explore, not to have answers. And that is what wholeness is about. My name is Taylor. This is The Wealthy Changemaker, where we talk about all things wealth, earth, tribe, and the world. Subscribe if you yourself are building the new earth and you want someone to walk it with. But for this video, we're gonna just talk about wholeness. What is it? There's this idea that a lot of us throw around, especially today, where we don't want the external world to validate or control our internal experience, right? It's a very beautiful concept that sometimes stays a concept with us rather than something more integrated or embodied. And it feels like wholeness is something over there. It's something that they have. It's something that that person that I'm watching, that I know of, lives, and they seem so happy. But for some reason, I'm still feeling like I'm chasing the relationship. I'm chasing the money. I'm chasing time and connection. And all of that can often emerge into our lives when things start to go wrong. For example, in my life, I'm in the middle of a breakup that I thought was gonna be it. And I had all these expectations about what would happen and the way it would go and the life we would have together. And it's just not a reality. And simultaneously, it's also hitting my business and seeing how much of my business and making money was hooked on this external need for validation and security. And I need this person, I need this yes, I need to make this offer that is successful so that I can be okay. And often that okayness was very short-lived. And so if you're feeling like you're facing a total breakdown of any part of your life, whether that be in the financial, the career realm, the relationship, the family realm, or even just not knowing who you are, then let's walk through this video, this moment together, and see what is really going on. This is a moment to explore, not to have answers. And that is what wholeness is about. So I was journaling a bit on it this morning because to define wholeness is not where this video is going to go. It's not something that can really be put into, a couple words. It's something you're going to define through your own experience of life. And as I was journaling and reflecting on what wholeness is beyond the intellectual, beyond the concept, beyond even the visceral form, but into the fully embodied experience of wholeness, what I was realizing is it's not something that we can go into the past and think about, oh my gosh, this travel, this time with this person, this love I had, this space and moment, all of that is not where your wholeness is going to come back to you. We can tune in to feel it out. Who were we being in that moment? But wholeness only exists right here and now. That feeling of everything is exactly as it's meant to be. The way the problems I have are showing up, the way that money is showing up, the way that my relationships are showing up or not showing up. All of that is the way that is meant to be. And this foundational piece with where we are, with the way we look right now, the things that are the blemishes, the things that feel, a bit more pudgy, or the things that feel disorganized, including the things that feel organized, that feel in shape, that feel defined in the way that feels so good. All of that is part of wholeness. And as we start to explore ourselves beyond the need for external validation, This is a whole new realm that I've been walking into myself, where I thought I lived a life that was so free of validation and so outside the system. And yes, I'm a global nomad. And yes, I live where I want and I spend the way I want and I receive what I want. And yet, I started to see that a lot of these desires I had were based on an external belief system that in the having of them, I would be okay. And so when we come from that center of, I need this because it'll make me feel better. I need this because I'm scared without it. I need this because I'm afraid what will happen to me in my home, in my life, if I don't pay my bills, if I don't have that income every month. Seeing that my whole life was like built on this, even though I thought so deeply that I was free, that I was building outside of the system, it was an insane realization to witness that perhaps there's a bit more attachment and expectation present, noticing it by the way that I've been feeling in the loss of things. And in the loss of things is when we start to recognize what our true relationship with it was. Of course, there's grief. Of course, there's sadness in the letting go. But notice the story in the grief. Notice your story in the sadness. And when we start to look at our stories, we can see, did it come from a place of need or from a place of wholeness? I'm not saying you're not going to have needs. You don't need to eat. You don't have to have a roof over your head and you've got to be uncomfortable all the time. What I'm saying is, where are you creating from? On what axis? What axis mundi, that central location and vibe of where you stand in life? And so wholeness, I was journaling a lot about it. It's so beautiful. I'll just read you some of what I was journaling about it. Wholeness is feeling as if everything is as it's meant to be. It's tasting the flavor of life around you. It's listening to hear what's being said rather than to hear what you want to hear. Wholeness is beyond good and bad, right and wrong. In fact, those are all experiences that fall within true wholeness. Wholeness is beyond doubt, and it rests in honesty. Honesty about what's really true for you right now. Wholeness does not act on getting something to feel better, whether that's money, a lover, a yes, a career. Wholeness acts from a place of knowing everything is all right. Truly and ubiquitously all right. Wholeness is being unattached to outcomes, something that is easier said than done based on the programming in our society. Rather than attachment to outcome, wholeness is a deep awareness of what is within. What is within your senses, what is within your feelings, how you know what you know about your passions, about how you're provided for, about your calling. Wholeness is here and now in this moment. It cannot be felt or realized by thinking about the good old times. Wholeness is an invitation, not an outcome. It's a way of being that can come through in action. It cannot be intellectually met, but it is felt. It is experienced. It colors the concrete world, not the other way around. Wholeness is free. It is here. It is now. Can you sense it? That being said, I invite you to explore wholeness. And I'm curious, put down below, what are your questions you're asking yourself in your life right now? And do they have anything to do with this wanting to feel totally connected to yourself inside? Or is it coming from a place of wanting to be safe and okay? And all of these questions are part of the journey of wherever you're meant to go, which is not up to me. And if you're having this conversation about wholeness within yourself, then I would love to hear more. Drop below in the comments what's coming up for you. Whether you watch this video right away or years from now, this is a timeless conversation. that can go any which direction. And that's the exciting part about wholeness. There's no definitive form, and what it looks like for you is going to be so different than what it looks like for me. With that being said, thank you for hanging out with me today on The Wealthy Changemaker, and subscribe if you like this video to help me, get around more peeps, and stay tuned with what I'm building in this new earth as you're building it as well. I mean, if you're here, you're definitely one of those homies on the new earth. So, all right, wishing you so much love and so much light. I will catch you next time on The Wealthy Changemaker. Ciao.